Hello everyone, welcome back. We finally found a game for you guys. BFM Esports is going to be facing off against the Night's Watch in this one. I'm Zidon here with Hindu once again. Sometimes the way this stuff acts up, I wish it would just work sometimes.
Well, we're going to be into this one anyway, so the good news is we're going to be able to see the boys of the Night's Watch face off against BFM Esports. BFM Esports were ranked 5th after last week and did a really good performance. And this week we're going to see the Night's Watch. The Night's Watch, a new team made up of players that we've seen elsewhere. They didn't do so hot last week, but it's fine with how it's going to be. So we're going to actually watch this one through and see what we're going to see. Bastet banned out, Thor banned out so far, Zidon.
Yeah, that's a surprise. We'll probably see maybe an Athena banned out, possibly that Circuit as well. Depending on, it really just comes down to what BFM Esports are looking to pick up first themselves. Gonna take the Athena off right now. I think if Night's Watch don't pick up that Circuit, that may be what sneaks its way through that first round of picking. It will be the Circuit though, so that answers that question. Will be the Xbalanque, the Cupid. I don't know, or Cupid's more the counter pick, but Xbalanque maybe.
Well, I mean, if you pick Cupid first, you can't really pick Xbalanque, but
sure.
Then if you pick Xbalanque first, they can counter-pick with Cupid. Will they do that is the question. It's going to be interesting to see what they choose to go down this route. So, Xbalanque does get locked in, and it's now over to the boys, and they're hovering over Sylvanus right now. And what will they look to take with it?
Going
to be Poseidon.
And yeah, locking in Poseidon as well here. EU, Poseidon has kind of risen to the top with the Season 2 changes. Not really so much as changes, but the fact that Doom Orb is now considered more of a viable option to actually pick up, is rather than like, okay, I'm like 5 kills and 5-0 at like 3 minutes into the game. I may as well get Doom Orb because why not at this point? It's more of a standard pickup, similar to how Heartseeker was back in Season 1. It's kind of a standard fair item now that the cost on it has been reduced slightly. So with that, Poseidon gets a little bit more powerful early on. His wave clear gets a little more effective with that whirlpool. And with that said, he's also just a pretty, big burst damage mage, and he's reasonably safe in that laning phase as well.
He's got good mobility as well. That's the big key to him. And now Ymir and Agni being hovered over in response. Agni, even though he's like, we talk about this quite a few times, that Agni's early game OS against Poseidon isn't great. You can still see the effect that Archangel had on him from Aces Club last game against Poseidon. You can still do great damage, great control, and he doesn't really hurt you too much as long as the early game doesn't go too bad. That's the main thing. Ymir also locked in, so Ymir going to be putting lane with Xbalanque. They've got great push power there. And now we're going to see that Cupid has been locked in before the counter ban phase kicks off for the Night's Watch.
Makes a lot of sense. And Agni actually getting banned out. She's some odd occasional play more in EU. I expect this is more of a bit of a targeted ban over, I believe Tynes had played her a few times recently in tournaments. Other ban by BFM Esports is going to be Bakasur, moving that from the table. Another very powerful assassin, typically in the solo lane these days. Gonna get everyone and again, you see him in the jungle as well. But back over the other side, quick lock in on Nemesis, more likely than not for the jungle of Night's Watch.
Yeah, we'll be in the jungle for Zindan there more than likely. But now it's back over once again to BFM. They need a jungler and they're looking for a solo laner here. And with the Bakasura and the Arachne bans, what will we see come out? Well, it's a Vamana hover right now. Seeing a lot more Vamana today, just because the assassins have been focused off the table a little bit. Vamana comes and goes is the best way of putting it. He's still a very strong safeguard in the lane. He has some pretty good matchups, and even in negative ones, he's a bit like, I want to call him like the physical version of Ra, in terms of like just playing safe in the lane overall. You can just play it safe and stalemate it, so to speak. But I guess Tyr does the same thing if it's a negative matchup. Yeah,
especially with those the change to his power cleave. He now gets 2 ticks of heals off the first hit he makes. Is much more reliable. He's able to sustain in the lane a lot better than he was previously. Mercury also locked in though for BFM Esports. Kind of seen a resurgence on the back of, I can't remember his name now. Yesterday he played it a bunch of times too. DJ Pernicus playing it 2 weeks in a row. Kind of going crazy in the jungle with it, and it works out pretty well.
I mean, when you get so many junglers take off the table, there's only really Bats that's left here, or there's Mercury. I mean, Mercury doesn't have the greatest matchup against Nemesis, though. He can have some good so-sos with it, but the slow effects does affect his passive and how he actually builds up momentum and be able to do increased damage as well. He's all about mobility, and Nemesis is something that shreds mobility. Finally, we're going to see that Loki locked in, though. NQ's going to be going back to hit, hopefully, though. He's going to be on EU this time round, though, here. So the good news is he might actually be able to hit an assassinate. We didn't see him hit many assassinates last time round NQ. When we saw him playing in the North American team for a little while over with the boys of DJ Pernicus. But that's the picks and bans for this one, guys. We'll be back momentarily as we load ourselves in. Won't be a few seconds, I promise. We'll be right back with you with the live action of this game.
Alright guys, welcome back. We're in the round 3 matchup between BFM Esports and the Night's Watch right now. I'm Zidon once again here with Hindu Man. Getting game number 3. Took a while to get here, but we finally arrived at another game for today.
We did for now. Let's see how this one's going to play out for both these boys. Early on, though, check if your itemization, anything interesting to talk about. Loki, Enki's going to be rushing that Heartseeker early on in this game. Across the way, Vamana, though, is going to be looking for a very early Witchblade by the looks of it, by picking up that Ancient Blade. He may go for a Hasten Fatalis straight off the bat, but unlikely. Normally, you want to get some sort of power on. And a big grouping on the right side coming out from the Night's Watch here. Will they get spotted?
Dart is actually just poked around that corner, spotted that one out, turned tail immediately looking to run away. Will Wolf of Street go for the grab? Will he go for that? He has the grab, not going to connect. This is likely going to be an escape here. Loki might find a little bit down. Oh, the body block with the decoy coming out. This could be bad.
Wow.
Whirlpool dropped down as well.
Thank you.
That decoy
Rewind. I want to see
Yes.
that again. Rewind. We don't rewind, but we're rewinding for that one. No way did he do that. No way did he just body block with the decoy. That's insane.
Yeah, wow.
No way.
Come up on it right there. That is just beautiful, beautiful placement of that decoy.
Pinned him against the wall, bring him down, unfortunately, into a Kraken. Sorry, not into a Kraken, into a Whirlpool. Picks up first blood, and that goes over to... Oh, God, Moex got the kill as well.
Yeah.
So, giving the early kill to Cupid's going to really cause issues. Wow, that was painful. Good start for the Night's Watch, though. Not so fortunate for BFM Esports in this round 3 game.
Indeed. Cupid is one of those gods you do not want to give any leeway as far as kills and gold and stuff like that goes. And the fact that he got that first blood, that Devourer's Gauntlets can be brought online just that much sooner, assuming nothing goes wrong in lane. But with Sylvanus there to help him out, they're going to be fairly safe if nothing else. But, like you said earlier in those previous games, Ymir can kind of look to put some pretty good pressure with those Frost Breath and Glacial Strikes.
He can, if he can get the position to do that, they can really put the pressure on. But it's Cupid, and Cupid with an early kill and having to deal with Xbalanque as well. He should be okay in this lane. Yeah. For the most part, he can sustain back up, especially with Wisps as well. That poke damage that Xbalanque puts out is a little bit less of a threat than it used to be. Right side, though, camps get taken normally. No further invades going on from that side, and everyone's going to turn up at the lanes. And don't forget, Cupid will hit level 3 a little bit early on that right.
A little aggression going back and forth in the dual lane. Malibu came out worse for the wear on that one. Potions popped, ticking away. But on the side of Night's Watch, they do have those wisps to rely on for healing. Only mana pots for Wolf of Street, which does mean Moex is going to be getting a lot of extra healing out of his ally there.
Yeah, he should do as well. So they're going to look for a heart bomb at every opportunity. Paul's not going to connect from Wolf of Street there. The trades backwards and forwards and continuing to farm up. Poseidon's pushed in mid lane, that's to be expected by Agni. I guess an Agni at the early stages, but it looks like he's already going to rotate his Carino. Looking for these back harpies alone here. He should be able to find them in time. He's going to use a full combo of burst on them and bring them down, and that's going to deny some of the jungle experience once again for the side of BFM Esports.
Yeah, for that soul lane as well. Junglers hang around a little bit later than we typically see these days. They're finally going to make their rotation out. We're going to miss that final wave of experience. It looks like Tynes might stick around for this one, just share up, get his ultimate online just that much sooner. Going to share some experience in mid lane, but unfortunately Zindarin's arriving to a bit of an empty lane for now.
Yeah, there's not going to be much else he can really do there for the time being. He's going to turn up, find it's been pushed in already, have it to hang around. Moex on the left uses flutter, goes aggressive, not going to find a heart bomb just yet. Missed a lot of autos there, did Moex, and he's not going to find the heart bomb either, but he will sustain back up once again with the help of his hearts and the wisps. But not the best opportunity to go aggressive there from Moex. He didn't manage to land any abilities whatsoever, released a bit of pressure on this BFM duo lane. Now it's their turn.
There's the Frostbreath coming in, looking to kill, and the Wolf of Street. The Heart Bomb's connected. This might find both of them. He has to back off of Arcyle. He does find the kill. They could look for Moex, but there's the Flutter back to the safety of his tower. Share the love. Well, not going to be shared too much, but he's going to keep it all for his own. A little bit of healing for himself there.
A rotation did come off from Night's Watch there from the jungle and the mid lane. They were looking to rotate over to support that engagement, but good position from Mercury, disengages that. Agni was nearby too if required. Still only level 4, both the jungler and mid laner of BFM Esports. Meanwhile, across the way, Zenith should be hitting 5 off this wave, I believe. No, he will not. He's still going to be a little bit further behind himself. So the junglers staying in lane as long as they did in the solo means they're a little bit further behind than they'd like to be at this time, especially with the next wave being the one where the mid harpies spawn.
Indeed, a couple guys just at that threshold, they may hit it, but there's not going to be too many ultimates online when these harpy fights actually, or harpies do in fact spawn. Right now, I don't know, Malibu's already rotated over, ready for that left side cam, but looks like Carino might look to contest this one a little bit. He has the Kraken available, no ultimate, they have the Sonic Boom on Tynes. They could look for a fight here. It's going to be a 3v2 if they go for this, the Blink Frost Breath.
Good Blink Frost Breath, there's a great stun coming out as well from Agni. Whirlpool's going to do some work with the Kraken though, and Zindan's still alive for now, but for how long?
Again, Carino in the back. Can he turn this one around? He's out of mana right now. Zendern is very low. Not going to find this kill. Harpies went to, I have no idea. There's also from abilities on those.
Got no clue.
But no kills drawn. There's the Fields of Love trying to stop the retreat coming out from Tynes or Jessipe. But once it falls, he uses that Path of Flames immediately to get back to safety. A lot of stuff spent, and maybe some Harpies take, I don't know. BFM was
the messiest to fights. Messiest to fights. It was a 2v3 scenario, and we didn't see a kill from Night's Watch or BFM. Not sure who got them. Meanwhile, though, Vamana did rotate over for the mid-right Harpies, which means NQ is going to be a little bit behind in experience there. A little bit of experience denied to the tower, but not a lot. And Vamana did a good rotation there to make that one work out a little bit more in favor of BFM.
Indeed. Looking over the course of the game, with the exception of supports, Sylvanus just got his ultimate. Only right now Malibu's Ymir, who does not have an ultimate available. So some big potential stuff coming out here in the near future. A lot are on cooldown on the back of that fight, admittedly. But as the game continues, those come back online, especially the duo lane. Argyle has to be very careful up against Moex, because that Fields of Love completely shuts down any escape he hopes to make with that Rising Jaguar.
Yeah, so at the moment it's all square on the western front with BFM and Night's Watch going toe-to-toe. Blue buffs are coming up very, very soon for both sides of the solo laners. Cinder's going to rotate in here and help NQ clear out that wave and then look for taking down the blue buff. At the same time, you're going to see Mercury going to swing around there, support Vamana. On the left-hand side, farming is just continuing for now.
Indeed, on the left-hand side, Carino looking to see where Agni went exactly. He's hiding in the backside of his jungle for now. Buffs are respawning. No one's really going to be looking too crazy to go on the other side of the map. They all want their buffs on around their own ways here as soon as possible. A couple backs did come out. Devourer's Gauntlets online for both hunters. Doomorb once again for Poseidon, and Heartseeker online for Loki. Pretty typical for him.
Though. Mercury's going to come around the back, make look for the special delivery. Not going to find it as the dash from Zinda and make sure it misses. With a quick decoy, the minion pressure's released for a second. They're not going to dive this. We're just going to see Mercury clap for a while, I think.
Tynes figured out he can make noise with it. Darn it, Mercury. Same thing with Athena. You can spam that preemptive strike. There's Divine Judgment coming out, though, onto Mercury. He's going to go ahead and back off, charge up the Sonic Boom, go for the kill on the Zender here.
Zinder's dead.
Will find that one. NQ well, not under his tower quite yet. He'll have that Assassinate potentially to escape if needed. For now, though, it looks like he'll be okay. Left side jungle, Ping coming out onto Jessipe, just kind of ping his position where he is. No real kill potential coming out from those guys right now. Path of Flames could have gotten him straight out, and, well, with the Kraken up, Agni probably...
Oh, NQ on his own, going to be able to find a kill under the tower. Assassinate onto Tins. Tins special delivered away, but special delivered into the tower range and got aggro and goes down, making it a 1-for-1 trade in that right-hand lane eventually. But that does allow Dardes to get some free time, but mid lane... Carino gets a kill on Agni.
I said Agni has to worry about that crack, and that was exactly what it was. Missed that kill on camera. Left side fight coming out right now. The Darkest Knight's thrown down. Malibu in a lot of trouble. Harp bomb detonated. Wolf Field Shoot picks it up with an auto attack through the wall. Argyle now trying to run away from this one. What are the cooldowns of those big grabs? Verdant Growth is good. No way to get out of this one. The Whirlpool coming around. Moex finds yet another kill. 2-0-1 on Cupid. And that XP advantage is going to start growing, and it looks like they want the Gold Fury just to put on top of that cake. The icing, the cherry on that ice cream sundae. They just want to start building this gold lead.
Well, Mercury is around, doesn't have his ultimate available just yet, but he's going to come over to try and contest this one. I don't think he's going to find anything worthwhile. Maybe a kill if he's lucky, but against 4 members, it's going to be a hard ask, and he might even pay for it himself, actually. Special delivery used. Nice watch, get the Gold Fury, and Tins goes down as well. Agni with some nice rain of fire, but he's not going to find much more than that.
Indeed, mid Harpies are up now. Right now, Night's Watch going to be screwing both Harpy camps. That's a fairly big pickup for those guys. Every little bit, of course, helps, and the Harpies add up for a lot overall at the course of the game. Right now, Night's Watch have themselves around a 3,000 gold lead. It's not an insurmountable one, but it's starting to slowly grow. Zendern taking a little poke from Malibu, but Retribution Shield avoided the majority of that damage.
Like you said, though, it's not insurmountable, this lead right now, because the difference is the Night's Watch are making misplays. Wolf of Elo Street made a small misplay in that left-hand lane earlier on, allowed the duo lane to get comfortable, and then Zinda misplayed in the right-hand lane and allowed them to get comfortable there too. So if they just wait for Night's Watch to keep making these small mistakes and capitalizing on them, then BFM Esports are not out of this game yet. They just need to go in their favor one more time, and they can pick a Gold Fury from it next time round. Then it's all square again.
Indeed. Right now, over in that solo lane, NQ looking to go back to base. Darda's going to not quite interrupt it, as NQ looks to put a little bit of damage out. He's got to be careful. Tower's now on Darda's as well. It's going to be alright. NQ really didn't have a lot of mana to actually capitalize on it. He did have the Assassinate available, but even with that being used, I don't think it would have been enough.
Does need to be a bit careful in here. Took a bit more poke than he wanted to. He's waiting for the next mini wave to come through. But there's a big rotation to the right-hand side coming out here, and it looks like Vamana could be the focus.
He's aware of it. He is in full retreat back to his tower. They might look for the dive. He's low. There's the Kraken. There's the Whirlpool. Big Baby used just barely enough to save his life. But Zendern comes in, one slice and dice later, will be his death regardless of that. That first tick of regen almost saved his life right there. But unfortunately,
he knew about it, but he knew about it, but he just came in too late was the big issue on the retreat, and then no reinforcements arrived. Mercury was half health, couldn't arrive there, and Agni being forced back to base just made it a free pick for the boys at Night's Watch.
Yeah, there was actually some, Divine Judgment coming out, looking to kill the Malibu. Good wall, buy himself some time to run away, but Zendern is closing in. The slows are getting applied. Frost Breath to try and delay the, well, mine's inevitable as he did just sneak his way back out of this one. Tins in the mid lane, though, still looking for more.
He's not going to be able to find it just yet, though, as the damage comes in from Poseidon as well. He does get the kill, but he may play with his life here. No, he will not. He's going to get slowed out. The nice play coming out from Dardes rotating in there, picks up Zendern, but here comes NQ.
Looking for Malibu, does find that kill with the Assassinate. It looks like they want to go in full retreat right now. Vamana and Agni both still full mana. Wolf of Vigil is a little bit low, and probably still abilities on cooldown. That Nature's Grass fairly long as well as the Verdant Growth. Looking back though, that kill in the solo lane, a lot of that was actually set up by NQ. He was constantly backing under the tower, and every time Dardes would go in, he'd just smack him, interrupt the back, and then NQ would hit him once or twice. Vamana,
just keep him baited.
Yeah,
keep him baited, keep him around,
and eventually the rotation. And it worked out. But mid lane, a couple kills coming out once again. Jungle buffs respawning, getting picked up across the map. Gold Fury still about 2 minutes out. Fire Giant's going to be spawning in a little bit, as are those mid Harpies for the respawn.
So 8-5 right now in this game. We've got Igval online for Zindon in the jungle on that Nemesis. Across the way, Mercury working on some crit. Will we see a Rage early on? More than likely. Do see Golden Bows now and again, but we're not seeing Golden Bow for a little while on some Mercuries. Now, we'll see if he does go for that. Sovereignty online, though, across the way for Elo Street right now. At the same time, though, Ymir hasn't managed to get that far into his build yet. Some of that would down to the fact Gold Fury paid off for it in that, as well as he invested more into the Hog and the Blink. But mid-camps have spawned, and left-hand side, BFM are there.
Right side, Dynthaloss already picked those up. Not going to be able to rotate over and contest the left side. But, oh, that's NQ and Vamana. Solo laners like smacking each other today. Malibu putting down that wall, trying to get the Kraken, finds good damage as well as a knock-up. Zendern gets that kill as the camera spazzes out and goes off to the fields on the side of the map. There is potential for a chase here, but they have to be careful. Still a lot of ultimates online for Night's Watch.
There is. Mercury did just use Sonic Boom to try and back up his Ymir. That didn't find any help, and a disengage from Night's Watch. A good call from them just allows them just to back up, continue farming, and just keep looking for these picks time and time again.
Heart Bomber connected as well. Feels love down the outside. Beads used by Arcal to make sure he can get away, but the stun was at the end of the beads. He's in the middle of the minion wave, though. Gonna be just enough body blocking to keep him alive. Surprisingly, Moex only got one more assist earlier from those rotations. We haven't really... Oh, speaking of Moex, caught out here.
Yeah, Tins is going to be going in with the punches to the back of his head. Zindon is here for support, though. The slow's applied with the heart bomb, and Tins is going to be a casualty of war here. Tried to 1v1 box a Cupid, didn't realise it was a 2v1 fight from the very outset of that one, and now the tier 1 tower left. It's probably going to go down here.
Indeed, they're looking for it. Arkyle's actually... Oh, Frostbreath on the Zendern. Malibu trying to defend this tower, not going to be able, but Arkyle has returned back to lane, looking for Zendern. Darkest Knight's not stunned. Found on Moex. Can he secure these kills? Retribution Shield going to buy Nemesis a little bit of time, but will it be enough?
Well, he's going to be able to get out, as is Moex, and the rotation for Carino forces the pressure to relieve. Agni was coming over as well, but that just forces a reset. But Moex, balls of steel right now. He's just going to sit here against two like, I'm okay, I'm cool, we can keep fighting. Meanwhile, mid lane's still being pressured.
Yep, the tower's about to fall over in the left lane, looking for the kill. Rising Jaguar coming out. Arkyle finds the kill with the help of Malibu for that kill onto Moex. And he overstayed his welcome a little bit. I was going to touch on him, I'm actually pretty surprised. Arkyle's pretty far behind up against that Cupid, and considering the fact that we consider Cupid kind of the hard counter to Xbalanque, he's only died once.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of not getting himself caught. He's been poked down and forced back a couple of times, but nothing worse than that, so it's not been too bad for him. I mean, he's 2 levels down with the tower gone as well. He's doing a good job of surviving, which that's the main thing as a hunter you want to do if you're in a negative matchup. Just survive and make sure you can live as long as possible. Checking with the solo lane though, NQ has gone back to base again. He has teleports, he's going to be back here again with full health, full Heartseeker online. Tins is looking for an opportunity here in this Mercury. Are they going to try and dive this one? Potentially, probably not. Maybe, not quite. Tin's going to rotate mid lane instead for some farm. And instead it's going to be Zindon rotating to the solo lane looking for Vamana.
Indeed, they're going in for this one. The slows are about to be applied. The Assassinate's available as well. Divine Judgment comes out, stripping away that protection. The big baby is out, going to provide a lot of healing coming out. Over in the left lane, Arkyle finds a kill in the fight in the jungle onto Carino. And with that Gold Fury threat...
Overextended. Overextended completely was Carino. They got caught out, surrounded by 4 members with that Tins rotation too. Gold Fury, like you said, has begun, but now they're looking for another pick. Not going to find Moex. The Flutter saves him from the wall. Agni's the one taking the most brunt of that damage there. Moex doesn't care about Path of Flee. He's going to walk right through it into the fields of love. Is he going to find the kill?
Not quite yet. Just Space managing to barely stay alive. Mox is still looking for it, though. Giving chase. Sprint has been popped. Can he find the kill before he falls? He does. The kill. About to find the double. He's looking for more. Malibu in the back is low on health. Can he find it? Cross breath connected for the stun. Mox finds the triple Hindu.
Is he going to be able to find the Quadra, though? Because Xbalanque doesn't want any of that. He's going to back out. His Vamana's going to get the focus. He's low on mana, though. He's going for the Quadra. Can he get it?
There's the delayed Quadra. One more still alive. Not going to be able to find the Penta. Dartis shuts him down on that one. But big play coming out from Mox. He went aggressive. He went in big. And it worked out pretty darn well for him.
You don't normally expect a little Cupid to chase all the way after a god the way he did. He got full greedy with that one, but it did pay off for him. He got the delayed Quadra. Now they're going to be able to get the Gold Fury off that one potentially here. The problem with that is that the respawns have come through from BFM Esports right now, and now they're going to see themselves in a spot where they have to defend.
Yeah, heading towards Ymir, and Karina going to be juggling that aggro back and forth. It's falling quite quickly. Here's the Wolf Vita Street with that Wrath of the Gods, but Dartis is here. He only has the Hand of the Gods himself. He doesn't actually have the Hand of the Gods, excuse me. Nightwatch will secure the Gold Fury, but the Sonic Boom comes in.
Nice Sonic Boom. The stun from Agni's good. The damage onto Carino is insane. He's going to drop. Zindu gets access denied by a wall, but they can't cover all the angles instead. The attention turns to the tree. Run, Stumpy, run.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. Poor Sylvanus. Grover, he's a lovable guy, but unfortunately he's not that mobile. He's fairly slow. He doesn't move quick.
He is
kind of a lumbering giant.
But that does give a gold lead once again more in the advantage of Night's Watch. They go up to 4.7k. Gold, experience-wise, 6,000. Enkyu's going to get the right-hand side tower on that right lane, and that means that Mox is going to defend the left-hand side. He's looking to defend with Fields of Love. He might get a kill!
He did. Fields of Love dropped down. Ymir didn't really have a way out of that anymore at that point either. Just caught out by that slow, stuck in the tower, and Mox picked that one up. 1v3, looking down 3 guys. He got a kill snuck in there. It's going to be mid-Harpies going away BFM Esports here on the right side, but they lost their support, which is, gold-wise, not in their favor.
We'll talk about losing things. He just lost their blue buff as well from Enky, and now he's looking for the speed buff with the support of Zindu. The full aggression is onto Tins. Tins evaporated. And talking about evaporation, can Agni make that burn turn around? No, he won't. He's going to have to back away. They might get the speed buff though, as we're going to see Vamana just hanging around there. Make sure he protects it for now.
Indeed, over in the left lane, still kind of boxing back and forth. Argyle's still holding on pretty well. Died in that last team fight, but otherwise, Mox really not able to run away with this dual lane matchup. Kind of surprising as well, given the fact that Argyle's been kind of in the middle of the lane, despite that tier 1 tower being down for a decent while now. I would have expected some more slightly passive play, maybe keep the lane frozen back towards this side of the map a little more.
It's quite difficult to try and do that sometimes in the mid lane, especially. I mean, solo lane, dual lane, it's not so difficult, but mid lane's a bit more of a struggle. But I love the fact that Mox is quite happy to just keep fighting 2v1 here. He's not scared of the position. But talking about that, the rotation comes in from Wolf here. He's going to look to try and swing around the back or a pull through the wall. Maybe the dream. Ooh, if he hit that,
that would have. He was spot on with aim. Argyle was just a step too far away.
And now Carino's going to find in the jungle Agni just doing those back harpies. He's not going to get anything out of it, though. Teleport actually used there by Vamana to get himself back to the mid lane. And now that TP is going to be on cooldown with NQ still being available. This means that NQ can start split pushing. Vamana won't be able to rotate for the next fight. Tins is in trouble.
Pulled out. Kraken drop down. Carino picks up that kill on the tail end. Sis going across the board right now. Night's Watch may look to group up in this mid lane, let NQ split push over on the right side. Fields of Love drop down as well as the big baby being forced out. Night's Watch still on the hunt looking for more. As Dartis going forward, they're looking for a fight.
I don't think they can find much else. What this is doing is buying time for NQ to just keep split pushing this tower. They've avoided all the bombs of Agni now. And now the re-aggression can start once more with Carino still there with those whirlpools. All they're doing is buying time here, Zidon, for the tier 2 to fall.
And then now he's looking down that Phoenix. He has a full minion wave heading down the lane. 2 members heading back to base to not only heal up, but also deal with him over that rotation. He's now snuck away through to the mid lane. Looking to count the Malibu. They just made a beautiful rotation off of NQ. Use that advantage, like, oh, okay, Vamana's here. He's clearly just leaving the lane. Stuck into the mid lane, came up from behind, got Malibu caught down under the tower with his pants down there.
Well, tower's still over 75% HP right now. They're going to have to back away. Zindu needs a lot of poke one more time. They need to disengage soon, but here comes an engagement from Xbalanque. They're looking for Carino.
Beads used immediately, but not going to buy Carino enough time to actually survive that engagement. 3v2 standoff here. Dartis doing a 1v2 over the kind of the front side of this fight. He's looking for a lot of damage on his Zindu. Is going to force him to run away. Wisps coming out from Sylvanus right now, but will it be enough?
It should be enough because Lotus Crown gets applied as well, but the re-engage from NQ is onto Tins. Tins bleeding with a heart bomb on. Goodbye, sweet prince. You will go pop. No, you will not. You will live for now. Elo Street on the front side, still trying to do it. Moex going deep though for this kill.
There's Malibu.
Mox play.
Frost
Mox
breath.
play. Mox play.
Didn't work out for them that time.
There's something's wrong with Moex today. He seems to be just going for the kills, not thinking about what he's doing. Goes in way too deep, meets Ymir. Ymir makes him meet his maker again.
Didn't go back to base.
But Times goes down too, and maybe there's a chance Dardes versus Zinder could see a fight now as well.
Retribution Shield used immediately looking for it. It's going to be a little bit of a slap fight from not doing all Dead's Divide, Judge Pop. Zinder is not winning this shred. A lot of minions in the middle of this one as well. Will it be enough? Looks like both guys are just going to disengage and head back to their own respective sides of the map. That was a close call for Zinder, though. One more attack could have found a kill.
I know the Night's Watch, you know, like they like the Game of Thrones, but trying to turn this into the Game of Thrones is just not a good idea. They don't have to follow this all the way through with what they're deciding to do with the name, you know? Like, it just feels like they're throwing away silly mistakes coming out from them. And it's letting BFM Esports back into it, in all honesty. The goal difference is still only 7,000 right now. It climbed back up a little bit here. And if they do this again and the Gold Fury gets taken, we could be back to all square.
Definitely. It's something you have to watch out for. Now, having a good old time looking for those kills, but sometimes, you know, is the stat padding worth it? Looks nice on paper, but if you don't win the game in the end, it kind of makes it look...
But it's not stat padding when you die. It's not stat padding when you die. That's the key.
Right, just the playmaking, you know? You want to be that, you know, the highlight reel type thing. Go for that big pentakill. Just
Moex has got highlight reels elsewhere. Moex has got enough highlight reels, he doesn't need any more.
Does he have any Cupid highlight reels, though?
Oh, NQ in mid lane's got caught out by 4, but he does get a kill for his suffering at the same time as the rest of the team are off doing Gold Fury. So was it worthwhile? NQ will be like, worth, I knew what I was doing, we'll get Gold Fury. Honest, guys, I got this. That was the game plan there.
Well planned. 4v4 though in mid lane, there's a Frostwolf coming out as well as the Wrath of Terror. The fight is coming out here. Kraken finds good damage, but not all that much all said and done. Wolffury getting low. The lowest crown supply as well as the healing from the west. Just finds the kill on that one. 1-0 so far in this. Actually, 1-1. Xbalanque fell as well in the middle of that engagement. So it'll be a 3-for-3 standoff here for a couple more seconds. Whirlpool's down. Divide Judgment as well.
But falls. The freeze is good, but now Morrison going with the flutter, looking for the damage. Not going to find any auto attacks just now. Throw down the hearts for his team. Good access to that wall coming out from the Ymir, but not long enough. Carino finds the kill with the Whirlpool to bring him down as well. And now it's a 3v2, but a Sonic Boom comes out.
In the back trying to pincer move these guys out. Moex is on the hunt, wants that kill, but he's got to keep an eye on the rest of his team as well. They are both low. Can't really look to split off and chase, otherwise Dardas could have had his way with those two remaining guys in the mid lane. That's not Dardas actually fairly low in health as well, so I don't know. That could have been an interesting fight if they looked to pursue it. But speaking of pursuit, it's over on that right side. Zinder and running into Mercury and saying, nah.
They meet each other, and the disengage happens immediately, both with speed buffs, both not going to have the best fun time of fighting each other just there, so both back away for now. We might see the Fire Giant start to get assaulted from the Night's Watch now. We'll see if they can get themselves into a good position to do that. As NQ's doing the blue buff right now, you can see Dardas has come back with some wards to try and ward up this sort of area, get themselves ready for that, because that will be the next threat of engagement.
Yeah, and you said, talking about the Fire Giant, Night's Watch are definitely keeping that in mind. 4 sentry wards across the entire team. Everybody has wards for that matter. They're looking to establish vision control on this right side of the jungle, find picks, and turn those eventually into a Fire Giant pick for themselves. Over on the left side, Moex gonna bit of lazy back behind that wall. I didn't spot it out in time to delay it. But for now, vision control the right side of the map is about to turn in favor of Night's Watch as all those sentry wards get placed down and the blue wards get cleared off the map.
Yeah, we're just looking for randomization now to see what sort of situation we're in here. In terms of 4/5 items, looking Doom Mobile, Nice Spirit, and Rudder Tahuti finish for Carino. He's very big in this mid lane right now. Along the way, though, we do see Agni has Spear on the line as well. Looks like he's working towards that Soul Reaver next. And if he can get hold of that Soul Reaver, it could do a lot of damage.
Fire Giant has been started. Dart is on his way. They have spotted this one out now. Will they be able to stop this attempt? No, they will not. Night's Watch bursts it down before anyone's even close to getting it. Umbrella Ring wasn't even in range for a long range hit from Dardas. They're now looking for a hunt. NQ gets caught in crossbow. The Kraken. Malibu explodes into.
And on the backside, you're going to see NQ assassinate onto the back of Xbalanque, forcing him out of the fight with the Rising Jaguar. Zinder does secure Dardas in the middle of that now. They're going to push onto the mid lane. Wolf can take this one up if he so chooses. Zinder's going to be the one to do it. NQ on zoning duty again. Phoenix under threat.
Indeed, minion wave approaching here in just a few minutes. They have that decoy as well to absorb a couple shots. It was used to clear that wave of minions out. Wolffield going to be looking to take some. Moex is on the hunt. Field Slump drop down. Not going to be able to find that kill. He's able to special delivery out to safety. Phoenix down to half health right now. They're looking to defend this, but 3v5, it's going to be rough, and the Phoenix will fall.
Yeah, Zinda's able to take up a lot of tower shots, not because of his build, but mainly because of the wisps coming out from Wolf of Elo Street with that flank being charged out by Tins. He was thinking about it, and now they're going to disengage again as the rest of the Night's Watch group up on the right-hand side and begin the push down for this Phoenix.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4v5 here going forward. Dardis still has not respawned, and for now, they took that Phoenix down quite quickly. They'll have Malibu here available, a lot of extra crowd control with that wall as well. Moax fluttering forward aggressively may not work out too well with Malibu here. And as Dardis looks to return, Night's Watch going to have a little bit harder of a time taking this one compared to the middle Phoenix.
Well, they're going to look for a pick more than anything else. The minions in mid, but there's a full combo onto the Xbalanque who evaporates in seconds. The Kraken goes on the backside but does not hit onto the Ymir in full, and so he's going to live. The Sonic Boom goes out from Mercury, but they're not defending very well here. Only Agni is.
Indeed, found another kill there, but Agni did fall. 3 kills for nothing so far. This could be the end of the game. If Malibu falls, he will. It's all down to Dardis. Big Baby has the claws free. He can throw a little bit of a tantrum, but will he be able to defend right now? There's the Blink Breath here. They're trying to close this game out. He's trying to defend. The Titan health, though, 15, 10. It is falling. There's one. Carreño gets the kill. And with that, the Titan will fall alongside the Deicide. Night's Watch going to take the game in the end.
Nice work from Night's Watch. They did get knocked out last week by Pertinax, but this time round they've managed to push themselves forward a little bit further into the quarterfinals, and will be following through with one of the teams in the quarterfinals shortly, guys. Hopefully it'll be straight away. It might be a bit of a delay though, guys, so just bear with us. We'll try and bring you the action as quick as possible.
Indeed. I'm taking a quick look at the items as well here at the end game. Moex on that Cupid ended up going 10, 3, and 11. He had that interval line, was building up towards a Rage as well. He was just going to keep on hurting. A lot of it came down to that gold lead, I think, towards the end.
Yeah, they did a really good job overall. I mean, Moex got a really early start in that game because of that first blood, all set up by NQ, who, in fairness, he was the one that did most of the work in that game. I feel Zindan didn't play to his best of his ability, got picked a couple of times in awkward positions more than anything else.
Yeah.
And Moex and NQ seem to combine very, very well. Wolf got picked early on as well, which he needs to work on, but he seems to have corrected that immediately afterwards with some nice pulls and root combinations. So, good work from them. Dardez, highlight for me, he did pretty well in that lane early on. Some good rotations at the start of that game too. And Xbalanque in a negative matchup didn't feed his brains out, which is something that you've got to be very excited about.
He only lost once, was picked off once in the lane early on, did not lose at all in a 1v1 situation. So well played by him in that, like I said, negative matchup against Cupid. It's a rough one to Xbalanque. So with that said, guys, I think we'll go ahead and cut to a quick little break. Enjoy the music. We'll be back with the game as soon as we have one.